Okay, so a lot of you might be wondering, how did Ahsoka survive? How did she survive falling off the cliff? Is she dead? Is she alive? As we won't know the full answer until next week's episode, which is apparently supposed to be very magical and very spiritual, Filoni said. I believe how she survived is because, well, she's actually kind of a god. And what I mean by this is that she has the daughter in her. The daughter is the embodiment of the light side. If you guys remember Clone Wars, this was the arc on Mortis, which had the gods of essentially the factions of the light, the sides of the light side. Dark side was the sun, embodiment of the darkness. The father was the balance, and the daughter was the light. And when Ahsoka died, when she got possessed on Mortis, she died, and the daughter basically transferred her life into Ahsoka. And so this is why we always see an owl named Morai following Ahsoka around. Whether in live action or in cartoon, we can usually spot it somewhere. And this is because the essence or the magic or the deity powers of the daughter are always with Ahsoka. And for this reason, I think that she can't die. I think she's a god. The other theory that I have is that she is dead, but because she has the essence of the daughter, she will be reborn. So when she goes out of the world between worlds, she'll be reborn. And I think this world between worlds is actually where the dead go, if they're Force users or mystical beings or deities, gods. I feel like this is where they go, and this is their Earth. Like, this is their realm where they chill. My thoughts are that maybe Ahsoka is actually dead at this point, and when Anakin pushes her outside of the world between worlds, when she gets out, she's going to be perhaps reborn. That's my thoughts. And the daughter who resides in her powers reside in her, or her soul resides in her, is going to maybe manifest. That's what I think could happen. That's how I think Ahsoka did survive. Or the third theory is that literally Anakin pulled her out. That's all it was, is that she was falling. He saw her falling. He went to that timeline, grabbed the portal, pulled her out. That's it. Much like Ezra did with Ahsoka when she was fighting Vader and she was about to die. There also is that possibility. Now, my question to that is, why is Anakin there? Why does he have his glove? Why does he have his mechanical hand? Why does he have his lightsaber? Those aren't really ghostly things. How did he know how to save Ahsoka at that second? Because he seemed surprised. He's like, didn't expect to see you here so soon. So I don't know if it really was Anakin, or even if that is the real Anakin, but I'll cover that in another video. So my thoughts on it are that maybe Ahsoka either has god powers or she's full on dead. This is just where she goes, and she's going to be sort of reborn at the end of it. I think that would be pretty interesting. It'd be really cool to see more of the Mortis arcs and explanation on the Mortis, because it was such a mystical, mysterious, and fascinating series or arc where we didn't really get to explore further into it. It's kind of like Yoda, like, who is he? What's the species? You know, what's their deal? I really wanted to dive more into it. I thought the idea of having someone that he was the balance of the Force as the father, the son who is the embodiment of the dark side, and the light side, which is the daughter, was a really fascinating ideology for me and experience. And I thought it was really cool how Anakin was able to control the two of them when he got finally angry, and they turned into these big griffins. And, you know, one was carrying Ahsoka, one was carrying Obi-Wan. And they made Anakin choose, and he's like, no, and just freaking controls them both. And this is what made the father, who was the balance, tell Anakin that he wants him to be his successor. And the son, of course, didn't like this. He was, you know, upset about it. So much like Commodus. So I think that Ahsoka is full on dead at this point. Or she's been pulled out, or she's a god. So I guess we'll see what happens. You guys let me know. And let me know if you think that's Anakin or not. Thanks so much for watching. Catch you in the next one. Until then, remember, the Force will be with you always.